What is going on, all my fellow nerds and geeks? So I have got some packages. I pre-opened it all just because of the fact of my shoulder, and I'm not in the sling, but the arm is still pretty sore. So let's get right into this. I actually got a couple pins. One of them is from the Funko Fiends, and it is really cool. This is actually a character that someone made. Let's see if we can focus on that and not my face. Yeah, it's not really gonna work very well. Let's get it. There we go. So really cool. The face of this actually glows. So I always love the glow-in-the-dark pins. I thought this was really interesting. I love this the guy that created the drawing and stuff, and he had them at I want to say one of the cons, like San Diego, or I think it was San Diego last year. So he was handing out some little art pieces of this, and it picked up pretty. There's a lot of people that really liked it, so they made a pin for it. I went and picked one up. I think it was limited to like 200 pins or something. So then with going on with the pins, this one's actually in a bigger than I thought, and it came a lot faster than I thought. It was like a pre-order thing, but they ended up shipping it right away, and this pin is going to be probably pretty big. I've never got a pin inside of a box before. I think this is just the receipt. Yeah, it's just a receipt. So this company does have some other pins that I'm looking at that wouldn't mind picking up for my vest. I need to actually, I'm going to go through and reorganize my pins before Emerald City because we've got a event coming up. So, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. So they did a great job on this. So this is the white and green Power Morpher pin set. So they do actually also have a regular just Power Rangers, just without the regular, you know, red, pink, blue characters. But when I saw this one, I was like, yeah, so this is pretty cool. So they all have the pins on the back. You can kind of see, there's stuff back there, but you can kind of see the silver one there. So, and then each of these pins has its own little backing. So when you put it on there, you can put whichever color you want in there. They do have a really cool White Ranger where the Ranger pins they have are just the bust of them, and then there's like a chain that comes down the bottom, and there's their weapon next to them. So that was it for the pins, and then I actually got a package. I've already pre-opened it, like I said. This one was from FYE. I couldn't believe when I saw this sale. This was $5, and you'll see why I couldn't believe it was $5 here in just a second. And I'm hoping that it comes in good shape because you never know with stuff like this. But I passed on this when I seen it at Emerald City last year. I actually had so much to get that I didn't want to spend extra money on stuff, and I figured I'd get it later, and I just always passed on it. But here it is. It is the Sting and Lex Luger 2-pack. And like I said, it was $5 on clearance. And looks like there's a little bit of box, I mean just barely any, nothing to be too worried about. But like I said, I passed on it. I love their sticker. They have a great exclusive sticker on there. So, yeah, but this was one that I passed on just because I was getting so much at Emerald City, and then I just kept, we don't have an FYE close to us anymore, so I just kept passing on it and passing on it and passing on it, and then finally, when I saw this deal go up the other day for $5, I was like, 2 pops for $5, and they're part of the wrestling set, so I had to go ahead and pick that up. So, I'm not going to take these out of the box today just because it's really hard with my shoulder to do that, so I'm just kind of going through them really quick. And plus, there's quite a few. So, HQ also had a bunch of these out, and so I was able to finally get myself the Michael Jordan pop. This is actually, I know it's the common one, but this is probably my favorite out of all of them. I love him in his Jordan pose. Like I said, this is, I'm going to try and get the other two. I don't collect any of the other basketball pops. There's no other basketball character I would ever get, except for maybe if they made some Sonics characters, just because there's a couple cool Sonics characters I remember watching when I was younger. But for the most part, I never really got into basketball, but I always loved Michael Jordan. I always thought he was cool. I've even got one of his cards somewhere that was on a plaque that someone got me from Vegas when I was younger. So, and then this is super random video, by the way, today. Everything about this video is way random, but it's just trying to get through all the stuff that I have. And this, a buddy of mine, John, picked up for me, and this is the Nuka-Cola Walmart exclusive Power Armor. This is probably my favorite Power Armor. I actually am going to try and take this out of the package because I really want to see this thing out of the box, just because I love all the Power Armor. I don't collect all of the Fallout stuff, all the Fallout Pops, but I love the Power Armors. And so I try and get all of those. And yeah, this is definitely a very, very cool pop. You can see it says Nuka-Cola on his chest. I'm going to get the new ones that came out. Oh, that thing actually is loose. Oh, so that little black piece that comes right here actually kind of moves around. So got to be careful of not putting too much pressure on that. But very, very cool. I love the game. Oh, that's cool. You can actually, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it very well, but on his leg there's actually a little emblem on both sides of his legs. So I think it's trying to, it's the Nuka-Cola girl, but it's really hard to see because it's so small, but they're actually little stickers. So this is the first time I've seen this. They're actually little stickers that are kind of peeling off a little bit. So you can kind of see them down there on his leg, but they are kind of peeling off. So you got to be careful of that as well. So that is all of the pops that I was able to pick up. I also got this, which is totally, like I said, this is totally random. I was able to pick up the Venom number 7, and I'm off the top of my head, I forgot what the artist's name is. Yes, I forgot what his name is. But when I saw this, I love the art on this, and I love that he's got the power glove. So I went ahead and picked this guy up as well. I've been picking up some different variants of Venom comics just because I'm a huge Venom fan, and so I kind of stopped collecting comics when I was younger, but as the new Venoms have been coming out, I've been seeing some really, really cool covers. And so I've been picking up the variants of the newer stuff. So, and then I teased this on my Instagram, but I was able to find, or actually not me, I actually had, after my last video where I showed the Chris Humongous statues, I had a viewer of mine message me and say, hey, that they was able to get an extra one of these and wanted to know if I was interested. And so I went ahead and got this from him. So it is not in here because I pulled it out already, but it gives you a chance to see what the inside looks like with the art. This thing is really, really cool. So I like all of the variants. And this just adds to it just because the way they did this. It is really, really good job. So you can see here, we've got the black. He's got like silver around. He's got like some pink around his eyes. The way they did the kind of the red color on here is like this dark, dark red. So it looks really cool. I love the smoke is this red color here. So it comes out. I'm trying to get my face out of there so you can see it. But I mean, they just did such a great job on this thing. And then I got, this is 669 out of 1,000. So you can kind of see that grease stuff here. Just wipes right off, but it's all over the statue when you first get him. So I just love around his face. You can see like the gray and kind of the wrinkly look. Such an awesome, awesome one. So I was really lucky that someone was able to find an extra one for me, so thank you very much for that. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put him just yet. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Whew. Oh, I'm still on pain medication, so I'm still kind of coming down from that. So he is part of the villains line, so I will try and find a spot for the villains. Like I said, I'm still looking for my Joker Batman. I don't know if I'll ever be able to find that one now. It's just getting harder and harder to find. So that is it for this video. I know it ran a little bit long. I had a bunch of stuff to get through, but thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram at NerdSmithing to see any up-close pictures of some of this stuff. And yeah, as always, stay awesome, people.